What's up, folks? Got a little video here for you today. I am going to be knapping glass. A little project that I'm doing for somebody else, and I thought it would be a good little video to do, just kind of show you guys, share with you. I'm gonna be knapping a arrowhead out of glass, out of an L8 bottle. But I'm gonna get resituated here. You guys stick around. Thanks for clicking on the video. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you click the subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. Let's get into it. So first of all, I kind of wanted to show you what I've got to work with, what I'm going to be using, what I'm going to make the point out of, and the tools and that type of thing. So the first thing I've got here is my billet, I call it. This is an old handle off of something, I'm not sure what it is. This is a 1-inch copper cap. It's got lead in the end of it, fixed on the end of this for hitting. So that, and then I've got this. This is a Craftsman screwdriver handle with the screwdriver pulled out and a big piece of copper wire job down in there, and epoxied. And then I've just got an abrasive stone, just a rock, just a nice flat, smooth rock. I've got a drill bit, and you're probably wondering why I have a drill bit, but I'll explain. And I've got a returnable L8 bottle, the big heavy returnable L8 bottle. This is what I'm going to be making the point out of. The first thing I need to do with the L8 bottle, I need to get my piece that I'm going to make the point out of. And the bottom of the L8 bottle is the best part because it's flat relatively, and you can make a pretty good point out of that. So I need to get the bottom of this L8 bottle off, and that's what the drill bit's for. Some of you may know this trick, some of you may not. If you do, that's fine. If you don't, then you may think this is pretty cool. I know I did the first time I saw it, which was a really long time ago. But take your, and also too, you can use a nail. A nail works really good. Like a 16 or a 20 of a nail work really good to put the sharp point down when you drop it in there. But this is just a drill bit about the same size, and it'll work just the same. It's just a wore out drill bit, but just drop it down in there. I'm gonna resituate the camera here and show you guys. Okay, so I got my drill bit in the bottle here. Put your thumb over top of it and shake it. And there is our bottom of the bottle is gone. It's a nice flat piece of glass right off of the bottom of the bottle. And it don't take much. You saw I shook it 3 or 4 times and it just fly right off. But this will work really good. And also too, I brought it outside in the grass because when this falls off in my garage, it hits the concrete and it'll bust. In order for you to see what I'm doing, you're not going to be looking at me. You're going to be looking at my hands. I don't know of any other way to do it so you can see what I'm doing. But anyway, I've got my bottom of my bottle here. And I've got a piece of leather. So the first thing that I want to do, you can use your leather to hold this however you want so you don't cut yourself. So what I'm going to do is use this tool to start shaping the general overall shape of my point. Just really slow, hitting it on the edge. Try to get the point, you know, relatively close, and then I can finish it up with the pressure flaker. And I hope this works, because it's really cold out here. I hope I can get it to, because it's glass, it gets brittle when it gets cold outside. You just have to go back and forth from one side to the other. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. You know, just take off little pieces at a time. So I'm gonna get this worked down. You kind of get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm gonna work this down to rough point size, and then I'll get back with y'all. Okay, one other little thing here. I've got it worked down quite a bit into a little triangle. But one thing I wanted to tell you guys, that if you want to keep this down flat, you know what I'm saying? This stuff's kind of hard to explain, but you don't want to hold it up like this. You want to hold it down to where it's solid, and just barely clip the end of it. You know, take off just a little bit at a time. Then you can, you know, you can flip it over. You know, hit the other side, back, forth, that type of thing. I've almost got it down to where I want it. And this is going to be a really big point, and the reason for that is, for one, it's bigger, and I can kind of show you guys what I'm doing. And for two, the person that wants this, they want it bigger. So it all worked out pretty good. Alright, that looks pretty good for now with this. You can do a lot more with this tool. Now this tool works a little different. And this is just an old piece of leather. It's got fuzz all over it. But you really need a piece of leather when you do this, like seriously. But I like to hold it, and you just want to push in and down, just real small pieces. And just go back and forth, keeping both sides, you know, as straight as you can. And right up at the tip is the worst part. But I like to hold mine like this. That way you can push in the palm of your hand. You can just take off little tiny chips. And like I said, make sure you keep it down again your palm. It makes it so much easier, and it'll actually keep you from breaking whatever it is that you're working on. Because there ain't nothing no worse than working on something like this and getting almost finished and that last little pop and then it breaks in half. I have done that, and it sucks. It's pretty simple, but at the same time it's really complicated. But you know, like I always say, you won't never learn nothing until you try it. But I'm gonna work on this for a few minutes, and I'll check back in. All right, guys. So I got my point here pretty much done. I'm gonna come down here and start cutting my knocking grooves back here. I don't know the correct terminology for it, but y'all know what an arrowhead looks like. So I'm gonna start working on this down here. I've already started on this side a little bit, not completely finished with it yet, but there's the beginning of it. I'll kind of let you guys watch here for a minute as I work on this, and hopefully I don't break it, because like I said, this glass is really easy to bust. And sometimes it can be really tough and drive you nuts, especially when a piece won't come off. Kind of like it is right now, but I think I got a piece off. That's usually when I break the point in half, is when I'm trying to flake a piece and it won't give, and then I put too much pressure and then I break it. But hopefully that don't happen. I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but without this leather, I would cut my hands so bad. Can you hear? I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but there's nothing. It won't flake there, and that was what I was talking about a second ago, when I usually put too much pressure and then I end up busting the whole point. But it's giving a little bit. Alright, so I believe that's probably pretty good for that side. So I'm just going to come over here and do the same thing into this side. Make them match. Alright guys, I got it pretty much finished. I could work on it a little more, but I'm not gonna. I think it's okay the way it is. But like I said, this is a big point. I don't know if you can really tell how big it is. It's, you know, it's a pretty good size. I got really big hands, but it turned out pretty good. But like I said, this is a big one, really big point. But the person that I'm making it for wanted, you know, they wanted it really good size. And but they should be happy with that. But like I was saying there's not really much to it. I mean, it's a pretty neat little hobby. You know, if you like that type of thing. But gives you something to do, you know. And when you make a point out of flint, it's a lot more satisfying than glass. I've got some points that I made out of flint. I'll go get them. Okay, so here's a little small one that I made out of flint. And this one's a little bigger. It's not perfect. Like I said, flint's really hard to work with, and I'm by no means any professional. But if you want to learn how to do this, glass is a really good thing to learn with. I guess. I don't know. It's just my opinion. May not be. I don't know. But yeah, making a arrowhead point out of an L8 bottle. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Would really appreciate it. Click the little bell. You know, if you like this video and you want to see more, click on the little bell. That way you'll know when I upload new content. Make sure you like my video. Hit the like button if you like it. All that good stuff. And I really appreciate all my subscribers and all that. You know, I really do. And I'll see you guys next time.